Rah. Salem. Woo, Halloween. There's so much more than that. Oh, sorry. Where are you? Okay. Hello. Salem and I are here to talk about my autumn fall TBR and some recommendations to get into the cozy, spooky season. Is it in the mid 80s outside? Yeah, but it's not going to cool down for a while, so we're just pretending. I've been really into the Victorian era lately. I've been trying to kind of dive into that a bit, so there are some Victorian things going on, and then some things that I thought would just go well with the season and the atmosphere, so let's do it. Okay, first one I've actually already finished, and it is going to be a recommendation, so let's just get this out of the way real quick. North and South, Elizabeth Gaskell. I already talked about this in my last video. I wanted to read it this fall because it feels like a fall book. It does go through all the seasons, but it's kind of moody and it's pretty sad. There's a lot of sad things that happen in it. Kind of gloomy, but also there's some really pretty moments. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I wanted to read it, so I did. I went through it pretty fast. I annotated it. Yeah, so I already read that, and I also recommend it for the fall. And then I've already started Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I think this is like the 1831 edition. Yeah, the 3rd edition of 1831. It is, well, we all know Frankenstein, but do we though? I've never read Frankenstein. I haven't even seen the movies. I've only seen like clips and stuff and like, you know, all the pop culture references, but I'm aware that those aren't true to the story. So I wanted to read it because the new 2025 Guillermo, I don't remember his name, the director, that new movie's coming out in a couple weeks, and I think they're showing it at some theaters, so I'm hoping I can knock this out and then go watch the movie, see how it goes. But yeah, this is very of the season. I mean, even just getting the background of the book, like when and where they wrote it, she wrote it, and kind of the creation story of the book itself. But yeah, it's about this guy, and he kind of plays God, and then, you know, of course that comes back to bite him in the butt. So far I've only read I've read up to the first chapters. I read the introduction by Mary Shelley, and then the 4 letters, and I'm really enjoying it. So, and then I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through that. I haven't read Persuasion, and I need to. So, got the book club coming up in a few weeks. It'll be about Persuasion. Yeah, I think it's like a second chance, but I think it's more than that. I feel like I've heard that it's one of her more mature works, and it's very internal and very beautiful. So, I hope I really like it. And then I also really want to read The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. It's Dorian Gray, and he's kind of thrown into a world of debauchery and art, and I don't know that much about it. I haven't seen any adaptations. I just know that he kind of makes a deal, and then there's a portrait of him, and the worse he behaves and stuff, he looks better, but his portrait shows like his inner self and character. So I'm looking forward to it. I have no clue how it ends. That's what's really intriguing me. Feels like a good time of year to read it. And then this one, I don't know when I'm gonna get to. It's not like #1 priority, but I really want to read it. Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. And I think it follows 2 girls and their ramblings, chaos through society. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be really witty and funny, and he kind of pokes fun at the upper classes and how hypocritical they can be, and yeah, I think it's just gonna be really fun. And she's chunky. I think it's almost 900 pages, but I hope I can get to it because I really want to. And then to go with the Victorian thing, I have this How to Be a Victorian, A Dawn to Dusk Guide to Victorian Life by the historian Ruth Goodman. Yeah, it's what it says it is. It's dawn to dusk, a day in the life of a Victorian in this one book. And Ruth Goodman, you can find her on like YouTube and stuff. She's done a bunch of different things where she kind of immerses herself into the world of a Victorian. But yeah, it's just how they lived, starting from waking up to going to bed and everything in between. So I am enthralled, enamored by the Victorians. They're such a wacky bunch and they're so interesting. So I want to do this. I want to read this. And then these two, I'm not planning on reading the whole of both of these books. They both have tales and myths and stories, so I'm just gonna randomly pick them up. This is the Penguin Book of Dragons, and it's 2,000 years of legends and lore about the menace and majesty of dragons. So it's all over the world, different stories of dragons throughout human history. So I'm just gonna randomly pick those up and see if there's one that kind of calls to me. And then this one is Fairies, Elves, and Goblins, The Old Stories by Rosalind Curvin, a collection of 25 classic fairy tales discovered the numerous different fairy tribes of the British Isles. And it has a bunch of different illustrations, and yeah, I really like fairy tales and folklore, and personally I really do like the UK Ireland kind of mythology, so like I'm just gonna randomly pick them up, see how it goes. And then I have a couple on my Kindle. Oh, it's about to die. I feel like the battery on my Kindle is really terrible. Anyone else? There's just a couple in their continuing series. The first one is A Beastly Court by Kat Healy. This is an ongoing series. I think actually the final book might have just been published, or it's being published really soon. It's this lady, she moves to a small town, she's a hearth witch, and there's magic around her, witches, shifters, fairies, and there's multiple books. And the further in you get, the darker it gets. So right now she, I think, is going to another dimension to save someone. So I just need to finish it. It's been really fun. And then this one is a continuing series. This is the third in it, and I would also recommend this for this time of year, especially October, because they're super Halloween-y, like kind of in your face, pumpkins and bats and ghosts, and really it's like that. So this is Bewitchingly Hers by Jennifer Chipman. Each one follows a different lady. She's the main character, and then the guy that she ends up with is some sort of like paranormal being, and then I think this guy's a werewolf. So paranormal romance. I know it's not for everyone, but this is the time to read it. I think they're fun. But let us get on to our recommendations. Okay, as I said, North and South, Elizabeth Gaskell. Very moody, Victorian, industrial, really good. So the ones that I'm going to be recommending, I have read all of them. Some of them I read a really long time ago, several years ago, so I don't remember them that well, but I know I rated them well, and I owned them, so that means I really liked them, because I typically read digital books, and then if I love them, I buy the physical version. So I tried to get a range, different genres. We'll see. Also, I will say, I don't remember if any of these are actually set in the fall and autumn. They just kind of have the vibe to them. If you get what I'm putting down and pick it up, I don't know, you know? So, classic one, we'll start out immediately with one that I think everyone will recommend and have recommended. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. It's about this guy, I think his name is Richard, and he goes to a university in New England, and he kind of gets into a group of prestigious a-holes. I don't know. They're very cliquey, and they study the classics, and it's very atmospheric. There's a lot of beautiful writing in here, but you also kind of just see their downfall. Like it starts off the book. I mean, one of the most iconic first lines: "The snow in the mountains was melting, and Bunny had been dead for several weeks before we came to understand the gravity of our situation." So it's really, really good. It's a bit longer. I remember it took me like 100 pages or something to get into it, and then once I was in. I was like, I have to figure this out. I have to know who killed Bunny, why they killed Bunny, why they are the way that they are, because they're ridiculous. So secret history, Donna Tartt. This is like the best time of year to read it to me. Autumn, winter. And then we'll do another, like, that's like a modern classic. This is an actual classic, Northanger Abbey, Jane Austen. It's got gothic elements, but she's also kind of making fun of it. And you know, Jane Austen's hilarious, so it works wonderfully. And it follows this young girl, Catherine, and she's very, very innocent and naive, and the people around her take advantage of that, and she doesn't know any better. And it's a really short book. Yeah, it was very fun. It has some of the most frustrating, irritating side characters ever. The brother and the sister, oh my goodness. I just want to, you know, they are so irritating, and I just want to like grab Catherine and be like, just walk away, you know. But Northanger Abbey, like a gothic satire coming of age kind of thing. The next one is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. It's a trilogy, and they are following the daughters, kind of, and the creations of like the men behind the stories. Like, the main girl is Mary Jekyll, so Jekyll and Hyde. We're also introduced to Beatrice Rappaccini, Catherine Moreau, and Justine Frankenstein. And then there's also Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson thrown into the mix. And it's kind of like there's a bit of a mystery. There's like a secret scientist society that are, you know, playing God as they seem to want to do. And it says, quite simply, it is time for the monsters to triumph over the monstrous. So it was really fun. 3 books. I really liked it. It was very, very fun. I should do a reread. And then this one, I think I gave it 5 stars. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling in 1920s Shanghai with a monster on the loose that is causing people to, like, I think claw their throats out. It's, yeah, but there's like gang wars between the 2 characters' families. Romeo and Juliet retelling, Shanghai, 1920s, mysterious monster on the loose, betrayal. Yeah, it's good. Give it a try if you're interested. I really, really loved it. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. The main character, she's raised as a foundling at one of the great libraries, and she's taught that sorcerers are evil. At the library, they have these grimoires that are locked up, kind of like chained up, because they have magic and they can do harm and I think kind of come to life, capable of transforming into grotesque monsters. So something happens at the library, and the most dangerous grimoire is released. It's out, and the fingers are pointed at her. So she's outie, she's gone, and she has to ally with her enemy, what was his name? Nathaniel Thorne, and his mysterious servant. And yeah, I think she kind of, it's almost kind of like a master and apprentice kind of thing. I think he kind of teaches her stuff and encourages her to learn more about magic and the grimoires and all of that sorcery. And it was just really cute. I think most of it's set in the like manor that they live in, and I really liked it. Very fun. There is one that I don't have a physical copy for. I wish I did. It's called A Far Wilder Magic. Let me pull it up. Two people who find themselves competing for glory and each other's hearts in a magical fox hunt. So yeah, the main girl, she's like living in the house, I think on the edge of town. Her mom's never home. She has to take care of herself. She does all the hunting. It's kind of like Katniss. Kind of Katniss vibes. And then this guy, he wants to be an alchemist. He comes into town because there's going to be this competition. It's been a long time since I read this. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, her mom's never at home. I think her mom was an alchemist, so he shows up on her doorstep and is like, "Where's your mom? I want to be an alchemist. I need someone to teach me." She's like, "My mom's not here." So there's this fox hunt that comes into town, and you need to have an alchemist and like a hunter or something together. So they team up, and it was really fun from what I remember. Magic and like a fox hunt in the fall, and really cute bit of family drama. I don't know, I liked it. And then this one is part of quite a big series. I don't remember how many books there were, 6. It follows a bunch of sisters. Each sister gets a book, and each sister also gets some sort of magical man. Wolf Gone Wild, Juliet Croft. It's the Stay a Spell series. And yeah, sisters, they get their men. This one is a werewolf. The next one I think was a vampire. I think there was like a couple vampires, a couple werewolves. I think the last one was a Grim Reaper kind of guy. He was really interesting. So paranormal romance. I haven't said this for any of the books, but we all are adults here. We're all grown. We all can use our brains. Check content warnings for ones that you're interested in, because some of these, the cat's trying to eat me, some of these do have things in there that I don't think everyone would like the paranormal romances. Check the content warnings. They're not like just a fluffy contemporary romance. There's typically some other things going on. So be smart. Don't come after me. This one. I think this was a trilogy. I read it earlier this year, and I wish I could find something else like it because it's exactly up my alley. It's The Matchmaker's Lonely Heart by Nancy Campbell Allen, and it's Victorian London murder mystery, a little bit of romance. Yeah. Really good, really good. The first one is Amelie Hampton. She is a columnist for the Marriage Gazette, and she answers lonely heart letters. So people who are looking for someone, and she kind of sets them up on dates and gives them advice and stuff. So she goes to watch this one date, and she sees that one of the people on the date is a guy that's in her book club. So she sticks around because she's got a crush on him, and she's just interested to see how it goes. And then in the middle of the date, this detector shows up. Detective. Sorry, I've never had a brain before. It's my first time. Police detective. He shows up because the guy on the date that's also in her book club is suspected of murdering his wife. So the girl's like, "No, he's innocent. He has to be innocent. Hot people are always innocent. He can't look that good for nothing, you know?" And the detective's like, you know. So they kind of go on a journey of figuring out that mystery. And actually the action at the very end, I was like, oh my god, you know, it was actually really good. It got me for a second. So these were good. I love this kind of stuff. And the last one, I like to partake in a Pride and Prejudice retelling or variation. It is In Sickness and in Health by Frances Reynolds. So Pride and Prejudice retelling, but it's sad. There's drama. But everyone's there, Darcy, the Bingleys, everyone. And you know what happens? Smallpox. Smallpox is there. It is running rampant. So they kind of have to quarantine, some of them at Netherfield, Longbourn, wherever. And Darcy and Elizabeth are immune. Who would have thought? Yeah, they have to work together. It's actually really dark and sad. There's a lot of death and illness. But Darcy and Elizabeth work together to take care of their friends and their family and the people in the village, and they get to better understand each other through this, you know, like trauma bonding, I guess. And the sisters' relationship grows through loss and just kind of circumstances, so that's nice to see. Yeah, I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. I think this would be a good time of year to read it. It's very kind of gloomy and sad, and yeah, it was good. That is all for my TBR and recommendations. We will see how it goes. I'm still slowly clawing my way out of my reading slump. It's getting better. You know, I finished North and South. I'm already in Frankenstein. We'll see how it goes. I think I've got it. I think I'm out of it. If you do read any of those books, or if you have read those books, or whatever, let me know. Let me know what you thought, what you think. Let me know what you're gonna read. I can always take recommendations. Do I have time to add any more books to the TBR? No, but I will. Okay, I'm gonna go. It is genuinely so warm in here. I'm gonna have to turn on my tower fan. It's really hot. This is not the October weather that I wanted, but I did expect it. Everything is still green out. It's ridiculous. Okay. See you later.